Hello, welcome to a warm, sticky London and a Challenger build update. I haven't done much this week due to the fact that I've been working. So today's been my first full day of activity on the model. I've come to the realisation that the Chieftain I built was quite a lot easier than this kit. This kit is bringing home to me that I'm still a novice at this model building. I knew I was a novice, but the way the Chieftain went together, I thought it was quite easy. Now the Challenger is showing me that it isn't always that easy. I've struggled with a few areas of the build, more the fiddly little bits where you've actually got to use tweezers. And it's been a struggle, I'll be honest. I've had to do a little bit, put it down, walk away, do another little bit, put it down, walk away. To that end, I've completed the majority of the hull. Still undecided as to whether to fully load it with the bits before I paint, or to paint them separately and then stick them on with super glue. When I'd finished the hull, I started thinking about how I wanted it to look when it was finished. As some of you may be aware, I served on these vehicles, and one of the things that they tend to do a lot on these kits is put a shiny, smooth surface on these tanks. Now, Challenger had non-slip paint all over. Obviously on the surfaces that the crew would have to step. I don't know if it'll show quite well, but I've got the turret here, and you can see that's smoother than a baby's bottom, and it in itself is not a true reflection of how it should be. So due to the fact the Tamiya kit comes in two versions, or two build variants, you can build a NATO version or you can build a desert version. Chief difference is the reactive armour and the chobham armour plates on the side. So to that end you get two sets of side skirts. So as you can see, this is the NATO build side skirt that I won't be using, but what I did was conducted a little experiment trying to, I'll just put that light on so that makes it better, trying to work out the best way of achieving the effect that I wanted. Now the two effects you can see here and here, this is PVA glue and sand scattered over like we used to do at school with the glitter on the Christmas cards. That's a thick layer and that's a thin layer. Now I wasn't 100% happy with that. It's too thick, and I'm not 100% whether the scale works. So what I did with this one was I put liquid cement. I think it's the Umbro stuff that I'm trying to get rid of, to be honest. A good liberal dose of liquid cement and a stiff brush straight away, and start stippling. And I don't know if you can see, but that didn't come out too bad, and I had another little go with it there, but it's not really shown up so well. It has been. I have put a primer over the top just to see how it'll look with the primer, because what I found with it, with the stipple, sometimes the primer, because of the self-leveling attributes of it, will hide it. However, I have gone for this method, so I spent a couple of hours this afternoon doing the hull, which I'll show you now. This is the hull, and this is as far as I've got. The tracks, as you can see, I'm not happy with the tracks. I'm going to have to either glue them to the guide rollers and impart some sag, or have a go at stretching them. Awkward points for the build. You can see the little fire extinguisher operating handle there and there. They were quite fiddly to get in and get right. But other than that, not too bad. You can see I've got the tools here that have got to go on the back. There we got the shovel, and again I'm umming and ahhing as to whether to put these on prior to painting, but the level of detail is quite good on these Tamiya kits. There's a pickaxe head, you can see that, and there's the pickaxe helve in a bracket to be glued to the rear deck. So I then proceeded to do my stippling, and I'll show you the effect now. I'm quite pleased with it. I'm just fingers crossed that I don't lose this effect when I prime. I don't know how well that's going to come up, but you can see I've gone over all the panels doing the stippling, and it is rough, and it feels like an accurate representation. I don't know if you can see that, if you get the comparison, but basically the hull starts off like that, and that's what I've ended up with, which I'm quite proud of. It is a laborious task, and I had to play about with the length of the stubble on the brush, because if you get too much give, it spreads the glue out. So if you need them as short and as stiff as you can get. I don't know where I put my brush. I did. Oh, there it is. You look at this little piece of work. I even put tape around the end to keep the bristles together, and there is the compact bristles. So literally it was paint with the cement and then just vigorously stipple. You have to be quick. Obviously we know that the cement evaporates, so what I was doing was overloading let's say a specific panel. I'd do a panel at a time. This panel here, I'd put a lot of glue on there and then go in with the stipple before it had a chance to dry, so it was drying as I was stippling, and that seemed to work well. I've got the turret to do once built. I was a bit worried because of the detail, which I've got to commend Tamiya on. The detail on these back decks is fantastic. Because of the melting effects of the glue, I was a bit worried that I might lose some of it, but as you can see, it's all there and intact. So there you have it. That's where I'm at. I shall post some more pictures on the forum. I haven't been that good with the pictures, but that's where we are with the Challenger. Thank you, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.